Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with the action here at the theater at Madison Square Garden, New York City, New York. This bout scheduled for a limit of 6 rounds in the super middleweight division. Once again, proudly presented to you by Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated in association with La Cerveza Tecate con Carácter. Madison Square Garden being broadcast worldwide on TopRank.com. The judges scoring the action are Carlos Ortiz, Waleska Roldan, and Kevin Morgan. The man in charge, referee Earl Brown. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He enters the ring wearing green with gold trim. He weighed in at an official 168.2 pounds. After stepping into the ring 34 times as a professional, he maintains a record consisting of 20 victories against 11 losses, 1 draw, 1 no decision, and 13 of his wins by way of KO. Fighting out of Gary, Indiana, Derrick Superman Findley. Across the ring in the red corner, wearing blue with red and white trim. He weighed in at an official 169 pounds. And he steps into the ring, an undefeated fighter with 11 victories. 10 of those victories by way of KO. Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Jesse Hard Work Hart.
All right, so we're set to go. We welcome you back to TopRank.com. I'm the Colonel Bob Sheridan, and Christina Puncher is joining us for this telecast. We welcome you all watching around the world. This will be a good one, featuring a top fighter, Jesse Hart, against Derrick Findley, who's no pushover. Jesse Hart comes in here 11-0 with 10 knockouts from Philadelphia. Now, he's a top-ranked fighter that everybody loves. The matchmakers, Bruce Tramplin, Brad Goodman, Carl Moretti, they think he's going to be terrific, and especially the top executives like Bob Arum and Todd DuBois think that this kid is a big, big future attraction for top-ranked boxing. Let's see how it unfolds. Christina, you've seen his last couple of fights. Jesse Hart's the real deal.
He really is. Kid out of Philly. Great pedigree of his dad, obviously professional Cyclone Hart. Left hook is his biggest punch, but that's no stranger to people that are Philly boxing fans, that left hook. So look for him to be looking to deliver that tonight, Colonel. And
you mentioned Cyclone Hart. That was in an era when the Philadelphia fighters were really something. They had guys like Willie the Worm Monroe and Bobby Boogaloo Brown, Bobby Boogaloo Watts, rather, all great Philadelphia fighters. And look at this guy, Hart, looks to be another one of them. He's taller, he's heavier, he's 5 years younger, and he's got a 3.5-inch reach against this fireplug of a fighter. Derrick Findley is, like I said, he's not a walkover. This guy's got 20 victories, 11 losses. They used to call himself Hollywood, but now he's Superman. Got a good amateur record. He's always well conditioned, and he's got a big left hook, and he's a decent body puncher. Although he's going to have trouble getting to the body of Jesse, as you see. Jesse Hart in the black trunks, the red shoes, chops him with the overhand right. This kid has all the tools. There's the stiff jab right there. Backs off. You can see he's filled with confidence. Knows what to do, knows how to tie him up. Earl Brown separates the two, the third man in the ring. That time he paused with the jab, but he doesn't with the hook, Christina. Kids get all the tools. They love him at Top Rank.
Break. Don't punch. Let him go. Right.
If Jesse's successful, then Christina will interview him afterwards, and you'll get to meet him a little bit here on TopRank.com.
He's got a great personality, big smile, really has all the tools to become a star in this division.
Loves that uppercut. He was an Olympic fighter, of course, at 165 pounds. U.S. champion, National Golden Gloves champ in 2011. As a first-year professional, he's on the fast track, as I mentioned. Top Rank's given him plenty of work. All the tools, plenty of power. Loves that uppercut and knows when to use it. He's the tall guy, doubles with the jab that time. Allows Findley to tie him up, lets the ref break him.
Right.
So he sets up again with the jab. I like to see him a little bit more pinpoint with the jab. He gets it. Double than the right hand. That time he goes with a sneaky right hand lead. This guy knows how to fight.
Break. Let him go. Don't punch. Let him go.
Nice job by Earl Brown. Keeping it nice and clean. Here comes the bell to end round one. Well, that's a nice feeling out round for Jesse Hart. He wins that one 10-9. It is the 10-9, 10-point must scoring system. No standing 8 count. No free knockdown rule. A fighter cannot be saved with the bell in any round. Only the referee can stop the fight. This is scheduled for 6. We're in the corner with Jesse Hart now. Fred Jenkins. Cyclone Hart is in there with him. Danny Davis and Corey McDonald all share the corner. Across the way, Makita Blue and Anthony Brown in Findley's corner.
A woman in the corner. We don't see that too often. Ann Wolf comes to mind, obviously, first.
But you know, the ones that work the corner really know their boxing.
I love it.
Pleasantly surprised. And you, as a female boxing commentator, you have to love it.
I love it. Here we go.
This is round 2. Again, it's scheduled for 6 rounds. Now let's see if Jesse picks up the pace here a little bit more. Remember, this guy isn't a walkover fighter. Derrick Findley has 20 victories from Gary, Indiana, which is a tough section of Indiana, outside of Chicago. Remember one night years ago, we were scheduled to do a fight in Gary, Indiana.
Don't punch.
Things got so tough around our production trucks, we had to move into Chicago, and we broke down and did the whole thing in one day. It was amazing. And sold out the arena in Chicago. Nice uppercuts. Chopping uppercuts. Knows how to tie his man up. I mentioned the 9 inches in height advantage. Doesn't look quite that much, but it is. And that's because Hart kind of leans over. Hart sets up. That's a punishing jab. It's a piston jab. Hart again in the black trunks with the red trim. Green trunks with the gold. That's Findley.
Guys, watch your heads. Both of you.
Hart undefeated, 11-0, 10 knockouts. And he wants to do away with this guy if he can. He'd like to add an 11th knockout, but this is a better type of fighter than he's fought before. This guy's got a lot of experience, and he's not afraid of him. He goes slinging with the left hook. Nice uppercuts. That uppercut snapped the head back. I heard you go, oh. And I expect a lot of people watching at TopRank.com win at the same time you did.
Well, that's what his corner was calling out for, to just throw that jab, open up that uppercut, as you were calling for in the first round as well. And with that significant height advantage, popping that jab out there, which is a powerful one, should be a go-to, should be automatic. Right, Colonel?
Yes, sir.
Or ma'am.
Oh, me. So used to the military.
I know.
It's okay, you know, to say yes, sir, to a woman from time to time.
I don't mind.
Not one as feminine as you. Jesse Hart working well here in round number 2.
Back up.
And I mentioned that the Top Rank Boxing loves this kid. And you can see why, because the opponent he's got here is a short, stocky, tough kid from Gary, Indiana. Very muscular guy. And Hart's doing everything he has to do, controlling the round with his jab. Landing uppercuts, I wouldn't say at will, but he's landed some really nice ones. And he's leaving each round, no question, to the judges who's winning the round. Here he is with some wider punches now. Leans on him on the inside, protects himself and grabs the arms. Closing seconds now of round number 2 from the theater at Madison Square Garden, New York City. Hart 2-0. In our earlier fights this evening, if you may be just joining us, a disappointment for the folks in Sri Lanka as Nuwan Jayakody got stopped. Now here's the uppercut we're talking about. Bang! There it is. That's the one that got the U. Hey, watch this. Bang! There. Look at that. It got Christina Puncher going ooh at ringside. If I wasn't calling it, I'd have been doing the same thing. Yeah, new one, Jacoti, disappointing fans watching in Sri Lanka tonight on TopRank.com. Alberto Machado's fans in San Juan very happy that he went to 6-0 with his 4th knockout. That was in the second round. In the first fight of the evening, Francisco Vargas disposed of Eligio Lopez in the first round with a first-round knockout. So that's the action so far. And now for the first time tonight, we're into a 3rd round. Let's see if Jesse Hart picks it up even more. There's that stiff jab that they talk about. That time he doubles it. And with that, Findley wants to pick it up as well. Findley in the green trunks with the gold. Calls himself Superman. They used to call him Hollywood. Hard shot onto that. Protected by the boy. These uppercuts are nice. You're a Hart fan. You're gonna like what you're seeing.
Break. Let him go. Let him go. I mean, you're holding now. You're holding.
Cole Brown, very experienced referee, tells him, "Hey, you're holding now." The way he does that, doubling with the uppercut with that left hand, then the hook misses a little bit. His hook sometimes can be a little bit wide, but by God, his uppercuts are right on target.
Come on, let him go. Let him go. Let him go.
When he goes with the jab to set up the right hand, he's really effective too.
Watch out.
For Findley, he just doesn't know from where that left is coming. Is going to be an uppercut? Is going to be a jab? Or is he going to have kind of a looping left hand to my right ear? But he's taking some good shots and he's still game. Is Findley in the green trunks? Round 3. Theater, Madison Square Garden, New York. Freezing cold outside. And this arena seats around 5,000 and it's going to be sold out. You see Shawnee Monahan fighting a little bit later on. He's sold, I understand, about 1,200 tickets on his own. And there's a huge Polish crowd here to see the Polish fight out later on this evening. And you're going to like him. He's a character. And right now you're going to be loving Jesse Hart's work here in round 3 of the scheduled 6th rounder.
Break. Don't push his head down, please. Don't push his head down. Fight.
This guy's a super welterweights. And 6'3" is tall for super welterweight.
Like
Cut by the right eye of Derrick Findley. And I know we said it at the same time. You spotted it at the same time I did, Christina. But thanks. Looks like a slit is right in the corner of the eye. Not particularly a bad spot. Oh, chopping right hand. It's the kind that can drop a guy of less strength than Findley. Closing seconds down with this, the 3rd round. Yes, another real good boxing round for Jesse Hart. Jesse not panicking, not trying to go crazy for the knockout. He knows he's got a good opponent in front of him. Now we're going to see how bad that cut is. Referee has a little look. Findley chooses to stand. And watch these shots by Hart. Now watch the right hand. It's coming up. You'll see it. Snap, bang, right there. He was pulling away a little bit more. When I saw it live, I didn't realize that he was pulling away. And that's the great thing about watching the replay. He slipped it a little bit. When I saw it live, I thought he caught him a little bit heavier with that shot. Great job by all our production staff. Marty Cohen, our producer. And of course, here in New York, we got top people in videotape and their camera guys, sound men. And we thank you one and all. My stage manager, Josh. Nice stiff jab as we go to round 4. Everything on the score sheet, 10-9, 10-9, 10-9, all in favor of course, Jesse Hart. As we go to the 4th round of the scheduled second half of this fight, we'll see how much longer Findley can hold up against the hard shots that he's taking. He wants to brawl a little bit more now. He doesn't want to take any of those uppercuts or the chopping right hands.
I say break. No, I understand that. But when I say break, I need you to break now.
Earl Brown in charge. I don't know if you could hear him clear, but what he said was, when I say break, I mean break. Fighter tried to talk his way out of it. I said, no. Listen to me. When I tell you to break, break. It's the kind of ref I like. Nice slick move there by Hart. He was in too tight to get anything off, so he did kind of a paso doble and got past him. Very quick on his feet, as you saw there, as Findley came towards him, able to slide back. He got into the corner, so he tied himself up. Hart does a lot of very, very good boxing things that you learn in the gyms of Philadelphia. Very slick fighter, very good. And, of course, he's got that great amateur pedigree. So he's a seasoned professional and only his 12th professional fight tonight. And this is good competition.
Break, don't punch.
Man, I mentioned that in the matchmakers for Top Rank, Bruce Trampler and Brad Goodman and Mr. Moretti, they all do a really good job of, they're trying to develop Jesse, but at the same time, you got to give him opponents like this that can fight to find out just how good he is. So far, he's very good.
Findley, a tough opponent. He's been in the ring with Andre Durrell and Curtis Stevens. Gone the distance with both of those guys. So definitely no pushover. Jesse Hart saying this week he'd like to be the first one of those bigger name guys to stop him, because neither one of them could. He says that'll say a lot about his place in the division.
Good. The comments of Christina Poncher. And Christina's right that Findley has come to fight. We mentioned that from the get-go. And he tries to talk his way. You're not going to talk Earl Brown out of when you're holding. You're not going to tell him you weren't holding. I love Earl. He says, no, you were holding. That's it. Argue with me.
Break. Don't punch. No, I know. I warned about the hold, man. Come on, I can't let you continue to hit after I tell you break. No, you're doing that. Right.
Closing seconds down the fourth round. Another round that Jesse has just controlled nicely as Findley tries to make a fight out of it. Right at the end, 2 hard shots. And Hart looked like he's real serious with those. Very determined guy. He's won every round. 40-36 in the score sheet.
I don't want him about the holder, but I got to warn you.
Judges Ortiz, Roldan, and Morgan.
I understand that. I'm going to warn him, but I can't let you continue to punch out that thing. Let him know about that hold,
Now, we've got some nice shots for you at the end of the round by Hart. Bang, bang. Pushing him down. Now, watch this. The very, very end here. He looks at me. He says something to him. He might have been able to read his lips. He wasn't saying good evening to him.
I think he's getting frustrated with all the holding.
Man, you ain't nothing.
You know. We'll see about that. Look at that! Look at that look in his face right now, Colonel.
Yeah. This is going to be an old Philadelphia street fight now, or for that case, a Gary, Indiana street fight. Round 5. The Colonel Bob Sheridan, Christina Poncher is with us. You're watching TopRank.com, streaming worldwide. Wherever you're watching around the world, we're glad that you can be with us. Special hello to our fans in Sri Lanka. Sorry we didn't have a better fight out of Nuwan Jayakody, who I know that you were hoping would do a little bit better. But Alberto Machado, a real good one with a big amateur record, and maybe a little bit too much for Jayakody tonight. Obviously too much tonight as he got knocked out in the second round, but he's okay. Round 5, Jesse Hart, one of Top Rank's favorite young fighters coming along. And there are a lot of good ones coming along. And you're going to see one in the main event who's already a world champion at 130 pounds in Mikey Garcia against Juan Carlos Burgos, who I've seen since his very first fights in his professional career in the old Guilty Boxing days in Tijuana. Hard right hand caught him. Now that right hand would have dropped a lesser conditioned fighter than Findley.
Hands are free.
Nice combination.
Punch out, hands are free.
Earl let him go when the hands are free, and he said the hands are free. Punch out.
Right, hands are free. Don't hold
Actually,
him,
Hart's pretty clever, though. When he ties him up on the inside, he wants the ref to break him up. Unless he decides that now he's going to push him off and get some room. Clips him with 2 nice uppercuts. One decent one, one real good one. That's the hand speed of Jesse Hart. Look at that. 5 punches in a row.
That left.
Big, hard right hand. Oh, that right hand whistle past the nose of Findley. He's got Findley's attention now. He's been hit hard in this round. Question is, can he survive with a minute to go, or just a little less than a minute here in the 5th? He knows what to do, too. Hang on and walk him back. Let the ref separate you. When you're getting smothered like that, you grab your guy and walk him back because he can't get power if you're holding him tight. And he hasn't got any room to punch. Right now, Hart's got some room. He wants to spin him. Brownlee has total control. Watch this ref. He has total control, but he lets them fight. He doesn't interfere. Some referees want to be in the picture too much and separate them while they have one hand free. Not this guy. He knows what he's doing. Inside of 10 seconds to go now, and this is the 5th round. Uppercut, strong right hand. And another round in the books for Jesse Hart. All right, watch these combinations now by Hart. And watch the right hand at the end right there. Again, backing away, but he got a nice piece of him with that right hand. And boom, the uppercut, 2 of them. Right hand again, crashing to the left eye. It's the right eye that was cut back at the 3rd round, but they've done a nice job in the corner. Akita Blue, Anthony Brown working that corner. Of course, now we're across the way here with Jesse.
They got these nice big screens up here in the theater, and I'm watching Jesse Hart watch himself, watch the replays in the screen while he's sitting in the corner. They're right in the fighter's view. It looks like he had a big smile on his face. He's liking what he sees.
And why wouldn't he? He leads 50-45 on my score sheet, and I expect the judges are right there with me because I can't figure any round possibly that Findley could have won. So we go to the 6th and final round of this super middleweight battle at 168 pounds. Hart came in a pound over the weight limit at 169, but it's give or take a pound. Findley was right on the money at 168. 2 contrasting styles of bodies. Tall, slender, striated muscles of Jesse Hart. Compact body, big, thick, heavy muscles of Findley. Both in great shape, but the tall guy's having a field day tonight. That's Jesse Hart. And again, I mentioned the matchmakers on a couple of occasions. The reason I do that is because this is a perfect fight for Hart at this stage. They picked an opponent that's given him rounds, that can take a shot, yet Hart has stepped up against this guy, Findley, and has controlled the fight. Controlled him with his jab, controlled him with uppercuts. He shows his quickness, he showed his foot movement. I mentioned that way that he passed by him a couple of rounds ago and then got himself in position to nail him again. That time he feinted, wanted to throw the left hook, but decided to just tie him up and get reset. Now watch the way he resets. Watch for the jab or uppercut. Digs hard to the body. And that left hand, good hook to the body. And there's the double hook, upstairs, downstairs.
And you're holding the ropes now. No, yes you were. Come on, let's go.
I just love it. Earl would argue with it. Yeah, yes you were. Don't tell me you won't. Love it. Nice shots. Hart in total control, and he knows it.
It's just being real patient.
Yeah, and that's good, Christina, because he doesn't have to knock everybody out. He's knocked almost everybody out anyway.
6 straight.
And 10 of his total 11 opponents that he's had. He's doing exactly what he needs to do with this opponent. just control him every
Back
round.
up.
And that's what he's done. Doesn't need to break his hands on the top of this guy's head. And that can happen with a big, tall fighter and a short guy who's as tough as Findley has been tonight. Caught him with a solid right hand. Bends over a little bit, trying to sucker him in for the uppercuts. Up on the toes, slides around, punch shots him with the right hand.
Come on, don't hold him. Break. Back up.
Hart, a little bit fatigued now. He knows he's got the fight won. Pulls the hands up. Really goes to work. For the last few seconds of this fight, it's over.
Good fight, guys.
Perfect fight for Jesse Hart. He beats him 60-50. And Christina Puncher will go into the ring, and we'll have an interview with Jesse Hart, who I'm sure is going to get the unanimous decision victory. That was a nice fight for him with the right opponent. And I give Derrick Findley a lot of credit because he came to fight. He was well conditioned, but he's in with a guy who's younger, certainly a lot more amateur experience, and a guy who's on the fast track to eventually becoming a world champion. The Superman had a tough opponent tonight and couldn't handle him, but made no disgrace of himself. Very tough guy.
Yeah. Good fight.
So is this man Jesse Hart from the get-go? He controlled round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we'll wait for the official announcement from our ring announcer, Lupe Contreras. And don't run away, folks, because don't forget the big fights are coming up. They got the 6-round lightweight battle next. Felix Verdejo against Laurel Alcantara. Shawnee Monahan against Matt Venda. And Brian Jennings against Spritkin. And, of course, our main event. All right, here we go. Here's Lupe Contreras.
Ladies and gentlemen, completing the scheduled 6 rounds, all 3 judges turn in identical scorecards of 60-54. All in favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision. Still undefeated, Jesse Hard Work Hart.
All right, we're going to get right to the interview now. All 3 judges, same way I had it. I think I said 60-50, but of course it's 60-54. All right, here's Christina. She's standing by. She's got the Philadelphia fighter. And let's go to Christina, who's standing by right now. Go ahead, Christina. Take it away.
All praise to the guy first.
All right, I'm here with Jesse Hart. Jesse, great performance. I know you were looking for the knockout. We talked about that earlier, but either way, you got the work in, went the distance. How happy were you with your performance tonight?
First of all, I want to thank God, because without him, none of this would be possible. But we got the victory because I was smarter than Derrick Findley. I wasn't the stronger guy. I was the taller guy, but I boxed his brains out. He ran everything. He stood up to some tremendous shots. And like I said, man, I tried my hardest to get him out of there, but I take my head off to Philly. He stood up.
Who are some of the guys you're looking to emulate? Top Rank moving you along well. You're 12-0. Who are you looking to go after? And also, who do you look after to model your career?
I look at my team. Team Hart. Fred Jenkins, my dad. Danny Davis. Everybody in my team, my promotional team, Top Rank. But I would like to fight Badu Jack if it's possible. I don't think he's a good fighter. I think he's a C-class fighter. And at the end of the day, that's who I'm looking to fight. And whoever else is at the top, I think I can be defeated. Under the tutelage of my trainers and my team, I think I'll be the greatest fighter this era.
Right here, 12-0, 10 KOs now. Jesse Hart, Philly in the building.
Top Rank, Philly in the building. Philadelphia, stand up. I'm coming home. We're going to celebrate. Have a good time. Mom, happy birthday, Mom. I love you.
Thanks, Jesse.
All right. Thank you.